That's me not being able to decide what pickup to start on. Decisions, man. Decisions of a guitarist. It's crazy. You gotta let the decisions come naturally. Mansoor, what's up, my man? How you doing? Are you enjoying your morning, afternoon? What part of the world are you? Robbie, this is not an LTD, it's a Gibson LPJ. So it's a kind of low-end Gibson, but still a US-made Gibson. And if you can find it second-hand, they're not produced anymore, I can highly recommend them. I bought them for like 15 years ago for $500-600 bucks. I don't know what prices are now. I would guess you could at least get one slightly cheaper second-hand. It's very, very good value for money. Cool, you like the sound. Thank you, Robbie. So I'm plugging this one into a full-tone OCD and then into my Mesa Boogie Mark V overdrive channel. And it's a little bit high gain for blues, but I guess it gives you Gary Moore vibes or something. I actually started out wanting to dial in a high gain sound, and then I just couldn't find a sound that I liked. So I ended up with this, but it didn't feel right over metal tracks, so I chose a blues backing track instead. Seymour Duncans, no, these are actually a bare knuckle old guard, boot camp old guard. So again, entry level bare knuckle, but pretty good value for money there. And I swapped the, I think those classic Gibson pickups that are in this one, 490, 500T, I think. No, these were burst buckers in this guitar. Diego, I don't know, wish you were here, but I can try to do some Gilmoreish bending. Getting hot, Fraser. So if you guys wondering what I'm doing there, I'm just playing the E minor pentatonic scale. But for once, I'm actually trying to follow the chord progressions. I don't do it too often, but I like to do it. You guys ask for it, and also I have the chords on screen here. So even if you're not familiar with the 12-bar blues, you can watch the chords on screen. So I'm just playing the E minor pentatonic scale, and I'm occasionally on the A chord, which is like the 4 chord in 12-bar blues. I play the A dominant arpeggio. So I'm gonna give you a nod when that happens very soon. Let's go for it. That's the A dominant arpeggio, and then back to E minor or E minor pentatonic. Sepultura, it won't work here.
For no man speaks to the wild.
Sorry, I don't remember the lyrics. Robbie is a metalhead. Only blues I got into was a guy named Mike Stern. Oh, yeah, he's awesome. He still is. Very cool. I mean, I listened to some of his like jazz fusion albums back in the day. Very cool dude. Too much vibrato. Eloy, can you even have too much vibrato? Sorry, couldn't help myself. I don't know, beat it. I only know. It really doesn't fit here, but we can play it anyway. Oh, Roby, so you used to like live in the same time as him, same town as him, or you do? That's pretty awesome. Eloy, what is too much vibrato? We need to know. Was that? Is this too much? So I couldn't help myself. I think we have our best moments in here when we get a troll to visit us. So I don't know if Eloy gets back to me and he can elaborate a little bit on what too much vibrato is. I'm not gonna treat him as a troll, but for now, he might just be one. Let's see if he comes back. Jersey, 15 minutes from New York City. That's pretty cool, man. Would love to come to visit you and see the night scene. I think Eloy is a troll, unfortunately. It would have been fun to know what the perfect vibrato or balance is, but we're not gonna get that from Eloy. But maybe we can get another troll to comment. Trolls, are you out there? Please comment. Can you please play Venus? I don't know it. Keep rolling. Will do, Robbie. Can you please... I ran an Astra Sepultura, but I don't know a whole lot. That's the only thing I remember. War for Territories. Pretty cool track. So let's see. Do we have more blues here? Ooh, this is tasty. Don't you just love the sound of blues? Tasty blues coming right up at you. Let's swell in. So have a good night, Robbie. For Al Cohen, let's try. I messed up one more time. The thing is, this isn't really a Stevie Ray Vaughan style backing track. I'm still gonna try to throw in some Stevie here, but I don't think it's gonna be... That's more of a Slash thing. Sorry, Al. I think I disappoint you. That wasn't SRV-ish. It was still fun, though. So YouTube is complaining a little bit about the stream now. I hope you're getting good sound and video. So what I'm doing here, I'm throwing in some arpeggios in a more of like a pentatonic bluesy context. And it's something I like to do a lot because it kind of breaks away from that super traditional blues feeling and gives you more of a, I don't know what it does, progressive fusion, I don't know, but it's just more color. So I have my pentatonic scale. And then I can do like a C major arpeggio works over this. A D major arpeggio. And E minor, of course, works. E minor arpeggio. I'm not sure I like the track. Let's try some more.
Oh, yeah. We feel the blues. Can you feel the blues?
Robert Downey Jr. look. And right from my birth, my mama said, it's gonna be a hell of a Robert Downey. And my dad added Jr. The funny thing, I don't even know who that is, but I'm happy you think I look like him. My Robert Downey Jr. look. It happened from the day I was born. I became the Iron Man. Nobody wants him. They just turn their heads. Turn their heads. We got Steve Vai in the room. Tyler, what's up? Very good to have you here. So we're having a lot of fun here, goofing around. Flying V, what's up, man? But if you guys would like me to get more serious, if there's anything you want to break down, I'm more than happy to do so. We got Mike Campbell in the room. Flying V, harmonic minor. That's for you. Listen closely now. Some harmonic minor there for you.
Yeah.
So one thing I showed you guys yesterday, but I was live streaming later than usual, was this kind of thing, right? And it, you know, it looks crazy, but it's actually a pretty basic pattern. I could show you that if you wanted to. I use it a lot when moving around, so. And it's perfect if you want to do harmonic minor as well. I don't know, Van Halen Eruption. I barely know how to tap, man. So, if you want to try this out, it's a very basic kind of E minor pentatonic lick. It works in a lot of contexts. You can play arpeggios with it. You can play stretchy pentatonic stuff. You can definitely play more like diatonic or minor major stuff. So, just basically 3 notes. So, 15th fret high E string, 12 notes. Sorry again. We'll take that from the beginning. 15th fret high E string, we pull off to the 12th fret, okay? We go down to the 15th fret on the B string. Those are our 3 notes. And then we're gonna go back up to the 12th fret. Doesn't sound like much, but if we speed that up, and it doesn't really end there, because we can move this around and really turn it into a highly customizable and usable lick. Caleb! No one's gonna bully you, Caleb. Not under my watch. Let's try it. So very cool lick there, and what you can do when you got the basics down, so 15, 12, 15, and then back to 12. So it's like pull off, 15, 12, and you're gonna practice that evenly with a metronome. You have to spend a lot of time getting up to speed, you know. But what you can do, once you've done that, is you can change the first note, right? So the 15, you can move it up to 17. You can move it down to 14. Oops. And you can quite easily throw in variations, and you can even turn it into arpeggios. Oh, CI Jack likes the blues stuff tonight. So where are you, man? Are you in the US, up late at night? So let's try this. And let's see if we can turn it into an arpeggio. So instead of doing 15, 12, 15, and then back to 12, we're going to change that 15 on the B string. So we're going to play the first 2 notes the same way, 15, 12, but we're going to play the 13 here on the B string. So we get... And I'm just showing you this so that you kind of realize how you can change one note and turn this pentatonic lick into an arpeggio. So... And when you have the arpeggio, you could move it up a whole step. Toxic Angel, what's up, my man? So we can do this. Let's just see if we can get... So you can move that around. And I mean, if we combine all of the things we've done, we could really come up with quite an impressive run, I think, just by using this one single pattern. So I started with this. I told you, well, you could move the first note up to 17. And then I told you, well, you can even turn it into an arpeggio, and I showed you this. And then I told you, well, we can move the arpeggio up. So those are actually 4 combinations right there. Let's try them. I'm not really expecting you to be able to play this right away or anything like that. But what I would like you to do is realize that whenever you see a fancy long run, it's actually not as impressive as you might think in terms of, improvising, because it's usually just a very small pattern which the guitarist is so comfortable with, they're pretty much able to on the fly throw in variations, which is exactly what I did here, right? Yeah, it might sound like Metallica. Kirk Hammett does a lot of these things. Lintoy, what's up? I don't know who Mick Taylor is. I should probably. Who is it? From which band? So, very cool thing. And a lot of times when you see me move around the fretboard, exaggerated here, but it's kind of based around that pattern. Those were other patterns. I have other tools at my disposal, but just with one single pattern, you can go a very long way. And if there ever were any secret in guitar playing, I'd say this is one of them in terms of building longer improvised runs. And of course, it's no secret because it's not like you learn it and then, wow, you can just instantly play. But if you don't understand this and spend a lot of time practicing improvised runs, then you will waste your time for sure. Because this is kind of, rather than a secret, it's kind of the basics for building runs. Ooh, Tyler! Bet you could play Cliffs of Dover. I can't. And I feel really bad because you were just so generous and gave me a gift. So what I am gonna do is sorry, I don't know it, but I do know a lot of Eric Johnson, so I'm gonna do that. The thing is, the way I learned to play was never really to spend heaps of time copying other people. I just spent just the right amount of time to steal the concept of other people. And to me, that's insanely more useful, because if you steal a concept, you can reuse it at your own disposal so many times. With just one concept, you can build tons of solos and licks and riffs. But if you steal a whole solo, that's awesome, but it's not as usable as an understanding concept. So I'm gonna try to play some concept from Eric Johnson just to thank you for that awesome coffee. So he does a lot of these broken chords. And he does a lot of these pentatonic runs. Like, if we combine it, we get... So that's as good as it's gonna get. Thanks again, man. I have an idea, and you should start a company that gives free guitars to homeless people and disabled people. And people are dying. We can call it Christopher's Guitars for People in Need. Well, that sounds awesome. I would need some kind of starting budget maybe, and it'd be kind of hard for me to realize at the point where I am now. But who knows? Maybe in the future I will have the muscles to be able to throw something like that together. Would be awesome for sure. KGFPIN, I like it. But Tyler, if you're into Eric Johnson, we could do a... why don't I show you just I think the easiest one to explain, just a very short pentatonic sequence. And I do this a lot. And actually, it's just crazy simple. Not to play, but to, find the notes. Just 3 strings from the pentatonic scale. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 notes. And we're going to be playing E minor, starting on the A string. So 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 14. And that pattern doesn't look like much, but a lot of times when I, shred and it's a bit reminiscent of Eric Johnson, that's the pattern I'm doing. Now, a couple of caveats here. First of all, it's harder to play that across 3 strings than across 2 strings. So you might want to start just doing 12, 14, 12, 14, right? So I did it across 3 strings, but if you do across 2 strings, that's a good start. And you also need to angle your pick downwards if you want to play it this way. That's called, some call it downward pick slanting, but it's really helpful for this kind of even 2 notes per string stuff. There are other ways to do it, but this is my preferred method as it gives you really relaxed right-hand posture. No, the facial expressions do not help my playing ability, but they do generate a lot of interesting comments, and the algorithm loves that. So it worked on you. Thank you. I froze. No, I'm sorry. I can't help the facial expressions. I wish I could, but I can't. And in fact, I would like to give you that as an advice. If you record yourself, and you do all these facial expressions that you didn't intend to do, then you're on a good path, because that means you're no longer worried about how you look. You're more concerned about how you play. So let's try it again. We're going to be doing this. Those 3 strings. But since that's a little bit hard, we can try it on just 2 strings. 12, 14, 12, 14. You can throw in some facial expressions there just to make Spinosaurus Forever a little happier. So. No, just kidding. So if we combine those 2 strings with 3 strings, we start to get something interesting. Let's check this out. Again, I didn't really steal this from Eric Johnson. I don't even know if he does that, but the concept-wise, how you can kind of build momentum and aggressive build-ups with the pentatonic scale, definitely got from Eric Johnson. And this is probably one of my favorite things to do in the pentatonic scale when I want to shred. Of course, it only works if I have a good picking day. If it's a bad picking day, then maybe I'll rely on hybrid legato, so not picking here. Just using pick and finger. Fine B, good to have you here, man. Awesome. I think I've seen you in other streams as well, so thanks for being around, man. Oh, cool, Cal. That's an interesting story. Met with Steven Tyler. Pretty cool. That's the coolest story my grandpa told. Michael, what's up? Yeah, it is Johnson-esque. So let's see here. Smoking weed from Australia. Hello there, Killa. Enjoying your day off. That's awesome, Michael. That's a cool thing with these live streams on weekends. I think we can catch a bit more people during weekends. So Caleb, I think you were like 14 years old. I think most of my guitars are older than you. This one would be... Okay, maybe this one's around 14 years old. Same age. That's awesome. Walrus, thank you so much. Black Samurai. Yes, this is hard stuff. It's hard to play, but it's very simple kind of riff, right? 12, 14, 12, 14. Oh, Killa, thank you. New subscriber, you're the man. Thank you so much. So, if you want to do 12, 14, 12, 14, and angle your pick downwards and practice it evenly and slowly with small movements. Yeah, I think this guitar is from 2010. Or, yeah, I think so. 2011 maybe. This would be how you practiced it. And then what you can do is you can double the notes on the low A, on the A string. So instead of doing, you're gonna do, and that creates a rhythmic variation. Listen to this. Michael, well, we're in a live stream now, so I'm sure my ways of helping you can be limited, but you can shoot it here and maybe someone can help you, who knows? Let's hear it. So Caleb, a good guitar should be playable even longer than that. It should get better with the years, actually. So basically, the wood gets stable, more stable, and it gets older, and something happens to it, and it gets better. A lot of people are doing that. So the socks I'm wearing are black socks. I keep them around me all the time because I love them so much. I like to put them on my head and just enjoy them a lot. I'm just kidding. These are actually socks that I use as string dampeners, which is why I have them there. I don't have socks lying around me all the time. It would be a lot of fun, but I use it as string dampener when I want to record something and make sure it's 110% clean. So oh, you're right, paranoid. Finish with my socks, because he couldn't help me with my cold. Just kidding. So that's my sock. It's just a black sock. Nothing fancy, but it does its job. Why is Michael asking about socks? Well, we're all very anxious to find out. We'll see. Hot crust buns. I think that's a good thing. Thank you, Happy. Good skills. Thank you, Killa. We have a Killa in here. So what do we do now? Maybe something Latin? Dr. Roxo would be proud about the socks or about the playing. I don't know who Dr. Roxo is. Sorry, man. The duck influencer. We have you back, I think. Have you influenced any ducks recently? And if so, where did you find them? How did you feed them? How to tune them? Walrus, I'm right here in the center of the screen, watching at you. Just kidding, I'm in Stockholm, Sweden. So this is A harmonic minor. If you've never done it before, it's actually not that hard if you know the A minor scale. If you know the A minor scale, you just gotta add this one note. Try to not mess up. Cosmic, what's up? Ooh, you hit 300 subscribers. Congratulations, man. Are they all ducks? couldn't help myself. Could I see you take off one sock slowly? Man, I think you're onto something creepy here. I'm gonna ruin your fantasy and destroy the sock. No, the sock is worth too much. Yeah, that's creepy, Michael. It's so creepy I can't even sing a song about it. If you listen enough to progressive contemporary music, it's crazy how no notes sound wrong. Good comment there. So, can we have a vote? Should we block Michael? He's too creepy, right? It's like, feel a bit disgusted. He wants me to pervert my freaking socks. Can we get a vote? Yay for banning him and nay for keeping him. I don't speak English now. It never happened to me. I mean, we're a democracy here. We want to ban people in what's the word? Oh, we have 2 yes. No, he's just being jestful. Okay, we have 1 no. Escala pentatónica, por favor. Yo soy de Suecia. That's the pentatonic scale for you. So maybe, I think no. Okay, no. I think maybe it gets to stay. When it becomes excessive, then it becomes a problem. Okay, so let's wait a little bit more. The yes has the higher votes. Ban him. Are you sure, Caleb? I think we're very close call there. We have a maybe as well, which we don't know how to interpret. Plus, he's been very quiet now, so maybe we should give him a second chance. So give him a chance to say something guitar related and not about freaking socks, man! What are you up to? So you're saying the Michael with socks has inspired you to learn music? That's freaking incredible. We should keep him. I'm just kidding, of course. Who inspired you to learn music? Is it me? No, John Mayer, okay. Taking a bit too much credit there. So sorry, I don't know any John Mayer, but I do think he's pretty cool, especially, you know, I mean, there are so many things he does good, but the way he overdoes raking without it sounding bad just sounds awesome. Elina, I don't know any Avenged Sevenfold. Rammstein, man, how am I gonna fit this? I can't even play that anymore. What's the other one? I don't know the rest. It's heavy in its simplicity. I love it. Can we get some delay pedal? I have a little bit of delay on. I don't have a very good delay pedal. I have 2. One of them is okay, and the other one is really bad. And the okay one, I have it on, but very subtle. I don't know if you can hear that. You can hear, no. That's the delay plus reverb you're hearing. D holder. I cannot hear you, but I can read your comments. You inspire me too. Thank you. Little Wings. That sounds like something you would order on a restaurant. But I don't know the Jimi Hendrix track. Sorry, man. How is your camera so HD? So the camera isn't HD, unfortunately. It's 720p, but it's decent quality, and I guess the focus is okay, so that's why it's sharp. it could be in 1080p, but I haven't really managed to connect the HDMI correctly. It just totally lagged. So I think maybe I'm gonna have to upgrade my computer, which isn't gonna happen very soon.
Just playing guitar here. It's just a little game. Playing guitar here. We're playing. Playing the guitar. I'm a crappy singer, but I like to try. I sing the notes, I bark the notes. I like to sing the notes. I sing the notes, yeah. D, your name is in a song. D, holder.
That's a cool thought there, Spinosaurus. Someone stumbling over my videos in 500 years. I wonder if we're gonna exist in 500 years and if those persons will be even remotely interested in this. But who knows? I think maybe just the early YouTube as a phenomenon might be interesting. But I have a feeling it's gonna be more like Gangnam Style and not Chris's small little obscure chats. But who knows? Who knows? We can't exclude it, that's for sure. Snoop Dogg.
I wish I could rap, but I don't know it. Because I feel like crap.
And I couldn't rhyme with know it, because I'm crap. I'm gonna need your lyrics for that. Lagrange. No, I can't remember it.
D, holder, I said your name.
Do you name your guitars? No, I don't. Don't, unfortunately. Sweet Home Alabama. I don't know. Steve Vai, Love of God. I don't. I don't remember any songs almost. You see how I had to struggle just to figure out that riff, which I did know like 20 years ago. But Steve Vai, I would say, is influential to me. You know, whenever you do these. That would be... Wait. And if I did grab my whammy-equipped guitar, it would sound Steve Vai all over the place. Maybe we should try that. So just give me 1 minute and I'll be back. So here we have it. My whammy bar equipped Ibanez. So this should help us sound like Steve Vai. Let's see if it's in tune. Whoops. Just when I went away, the backing track chose to die. What a silly coincidence. Okay. Spinosaurus, thank you so much, man. I'm very entertaining. Very happy to hear that, man. This sound actually worked really well with the Ibanez. He's not coming back, guys. Spinosaurus, are you trying to scare people away? That's not nice of you. You want to be alone with me. Spinosaurus. Oh, that's interesting. My float rose doesn't want to return to its point zero when I pull off. How do I fix that? When you pull up. Well, if you pull it upwards, like this, where the notes go up in pitch, the springs are gonna pull your tremolo back. So I'm assuming your springs need to be adjusted. Thunderstruck. Which key are we in? That's hard in this key. Let's try one more time. G. I don't know. Whoa, I died. Sorry, I don't know it. I don't know any national anthems. So these might look like active pickups because they are bare knuckle, and you've probably seen these pickup covers for really high output pickups, but they're not. I thought they looked cool, so I just got them, but with the lowest output pickups from bare knuckle, called Stormy Mondays. So these are super low output, and they're not active. Oh, Trip, it's not morning for you. Where are you in the world? Sultan's thing. When you make a chord progression, how do you know what notes to make riffs or licks to go with it? So when you make a chord progression and the music is like pop and rock, almost always the chords have a tonal center, meaning they belong to a key. That's the case for like 99% of all pop and rock songs. So all you have to do is try to determine which tonal center it is. And a lot of times it's going to be E minor or A minor, or sometimes it's like A Dorian or something like that, A harmonic minor. But you only have so many typical scales to choose from. And like I said, most of the time it's minor or major. You actually do have a lot of lessons on that on the TMC site, but the short explanation is with guitar, if it revolves around E or A, you know, that kind of thing is almost always an E. For the chords, typically you need to learn like the major scale and see how those chords are diatonic to a major key, meaning they fit into those dots on the fretboard, right? They fit into a specific major scale. That's how you know. It's hard to give you a quick explanation here. This is something I would cover in maybe 5 or 10 private lessons, and just give you the explanation in 10 minutes is impossible. But that's kind of the gist of it. Bird, you told me that yesterday as well. You were assaulted at Walmart. What happened, man? Very sorry to hear that. What's up, my man? We need another backing track. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Where can I get private lessons from you? So you can just search for Christopher Dahl and you're going to find my site where you can book a time and you can see the cost and all that good stuff. Yeah, I do lots of online lessons. Ooh, yeah. I think I messed up. What's the tonality? C major. And in fact, I do have a private lesson in just 2 hours. So that's why I started a little bit earlier. Ooh, yeah. We like it. Neo-soul. Oh yes, Trippy, be careful. You're gonna get banned very, very soon. Oh, it's too late. You're gonna get banned. Sorry about that. Goodbye, Trippy Trev. It was never good to have you here, so I hope I never, ever see you again. Let's see how we block here. Oh, I can hide you on the channel. I like it. Such a good feeling. Okay, so let's see here. So, those wondering, Trippy was posting hidden racial slurs here, which is not something that belongs anywhere, I would say, especially not on this channel. So, goodbye, Trev. Hope I never, ever, ever, ever see you again. Bogner amp or Marshall amp? I like both. I only have one really good amp, and it's the Mesa Boogie Mark V, which I'm playing right now. I also have the Kemper, and I've tried a lot of profiles from these amps. And, well, I love the amps, though I'm not always loving the Kemper, of course. Which is why I use analog amp now. Okay, Bird. Sorry to hear that, man. Must have been a traumatic experience. Hope you can get some help and maybe speak to a professional just to make sure it doesn't give you any, traumas that last for a long time. I mean, we have to realize that having our head feel, we want good mental health just as we want good physical health. So even if you survive the assault physically, you need to make sure you did mentally as well. So since you're sharing this with us now, I'm guessing you might have a need to actually speak about this to someone. And since I'm by no means a professional and this isn't really the good place for it, I would strongly recommend you to try to see if you can speak to a professional about that. So just to make sure it doesn't leave any traumas on you. It's very easy to think just because you didn't get hurt physically, it's okay, you can just move on. But that's not really the way it works. We have to, again, treat our mental health with the same kind of care we would treat our physical health and go to a mental doctor just as we would go to a physical doctor.
Oh yeah, Chad wants to start taking lessons again.
Chad, do it. You can find a link to my site on the channel as well, of course. It says, get serious. Blackstar amps, I hear so many good things about them, but I've never tried one.
Oh yeah.
Exactly, Bert. These are important words. We have to take care of our mental health. And it's interesting because I think a good 80-90% people watching this are probably men. It seems it's a man's dominated world here, internet guitar. And among men, it's especially common to not treat your mental health with the care and the attention that it deserves. Let's face it, men, just as women, just as anybody, can face difficult times and can get depressed and have anxiety and have feelings about wanting to end their lives and all that stuff. There is help to get. I don't have the numbers here, but just search for, I think it's like suicide prevention, or you guys can help me out in the chat maybe and give a good link to something or just what to Google for in case there's anybody who needs to hear this, because I think a lot of people are afraid of speaking about this. It's a topic we as kids never got to hear much about. I think it's getting better now, but even now I find that in schools it's a difficult topic to speak about. But it shouldn't be, You don't want to go out and die in a car accident, the same way you don't want to go out and die from suicide because you feel depressed. It's the same thing. So take your mental health seriously. That's important. And check out the zoom of this camera, which sometimes can be pretty annoying, but it's all good fun. Yeah, learning to play the guitar has therapeutic, is that a word? Effects, for sure. I think I've done my own therapy for playing, so I think it's super important. And other things I do in terms of self-healing and therapy is long forest walks. And would you believe it, when my sister got divorced and she had a very tough time, primarily mentally, of course, and she went to a psychiatrist or doctor, whatever, and he or she was like, I could give you these antidepressive, but why take this and get it, addicted for life? Just go out for long forest walks. It has the same effect. So I'm going to repeat that. Walking out in the forest has the freaking same effect as eating antidepressants. So if you feel depressed, go out and walk in the forest. It's that simple. Okay, so now you can also play guitar. That helps as well, but both are useful. I think I messed up. Very nice guitar. Thank you. Thank you. Here it is. So I do have an Instagram. You can find the link from my bio. I have all my social links there. You click the K at gmc.my, you get all the social links, and you get my sites and all that good stuff. So you can just check out my profile. Thank you. Yes, these are deep topics, difficult topics, but they're important topics, and we shouldn't be afraid to speak about them for the simple reason that everyone suffers from this, okay? There is no thing as someone who's happy all the time, but there's definitely a spectrum. So some people are depressed to the point that they want to end their lives. Others are just depressed to the point that they have really bad and crappy days. Now, because I'm here with you, I can say that my depressions have never quite been as bad, but they're still affecting me regularly. So I would be a fool not to speak about them, well, at least not to be open about it. Because when you're open about something that feels bad, like an issue or anything, that's when you can begin solving it. In fact, for many people, the solution to something that's really heavy weight on you is just to speak about it. The moment you speak about it, the weight is released. That's why just speaking to a professional is crazy effective. You wouldn't believe it. A lot of people are like, oh, when am I going to speak about those things? That feels really annoying. I don't want to do it. And what can they do about it? Nothing, right? Well, wrong. The moment you manage to speak about something that's a big issue for you, the issue, the burden is at least halved, I would say. Or is that even a word? You get rid of half of the whole thing just by speaking about it. But of course, if you're on the other, if you've already done all of that, then it's harder if you're still depressed, and I can't help you because I'm really not a professional. But I do know that a lot of people don't even seek help, and that's very unfortunate because there's so much help to get these days. Heft. So it is a word. Good. Never goes out of tune with those locking nuts. Just bumped in here listening. It seems stupid, but hell yeah. You're speaking greatly right now. Thank you, Brett. Thank you so much, Brett. Can we ask you a guitar question? Of course, this is not a therapy session. But since this is something affecting everybody, it doesn't hurt to throw it in a guitar session either. But yeah, I'm primarily here for guitar questions. My favorite guitar brand, I couldn't tell you, but I do have 2 Ibanez guitars, so probably a good brand. I do have 2 Fender guitars. I only have 1 Gibson. I have no PRS, though I'd like one. I can't tell you, man, but Ibanez is cool because they have such a flexible catalog. They have everything from jazz guitars to metal guitars. I love that. If I had more dineros, I would buy each and every one of them. Cemetery Gate. I don't remember. It turns out I have no memory of it. Do I think guitar grade exams matter? No, I don't. I do think that for some people, they can maybe inspire you to work a little harder. But I do know for a fact that guitar exams are not helpful. And the reason I know that is because I've worked with the GMC website for 15 years, and we've recruited hundreds of instructors and guitarists. And I can say that in a good 100% of the cases, at least that's my experience, the people that approached me and said they had some kind of exam, like, oh, I went to Berkeley. It's like, okay, can you show me how you play? And turns out their playing was crap. There are some instances where they first showed me the playing, and then it turned out they went to a prestigious school. Then it's good. But people who start speaking about their degree in music, they can never play, If they can play, they're going to show you that first and then speak about the degree. So yeah, it doesn't help. Or, it can be insanely helpful if you're in an environment with lots of inspiring musicians, but the degree itself is crap, Yes, being with good musicians in a good school, why not? But a degree in itself, I don't believe it. So Spinosaurus was kind enough to send me a little gift in the stream, and now he requests modulations. So Should we try to do a modulation track here? I think I had somewhere.
Yeah.
Ooh, someone is willing to pay goats. How do you pay a goat? Pay a goat for service. That sounds almost creepy. E minor to no, man. Okay, what's this one? I'm just going to blame it on the backing track. I hated the backing track, so how the hell can you do something? So, Christopher Dahl backing tracks. I have a modulating backing of my own that I prefer. Sorry for these weird noises.
Have you ever practiced a super cool lick for hours and hours and hours?
Yeah.
Just to find yourself totally unable to play it?
That's me. It's me still speaking.
Hi there, I'm Chris.
Hi, you're
this
Chris.
This is a super common issue.
Yes.
Today we're going to discuss why it happens, what you can do to fix it.
That's even better.
And
Sorry, couldn't help myself. So,
hi there. Today I have the honor to
come on, just give me the freaking playlist. Backing tracks. Here we are. I'm really happy because it turns out Jesus loves me. I'll add it to the list. Sorry, couldn't help myself. The best degree is experience, yeah. I mean, if you're asking about this, the only thing that matters in the end is, have you created music that matters to someone, to you, for example, and have you played with other musicians? You know, that's what's really going to give you the edge. And of course, practicing to get there is important. But, you know, at one point, it's just, that's what matters. Okay, F sharp minor. Sorry, Spinosaur, what was the question? I thought you wanted me to play over modulating backtrack. So A minor. Going to F sharp minor. Are you ready? So F sharp minor now. Soon going to A minor. Now going to C minor. So this backing track is cool because it modulates in minor thirds. And there is no way you can play over this without following the chord progression. So if you want that, this backing track, I have it up for free on YouTube here. How you always so chill, Vladdy, you're the man. You always so chill as well. Man, maybe we're secret bros. Oh, okay, there we have it. I meant, could you modulate the key of a backing track in real time? Someone had requested. Aha, okay. Modulate the key of a backing track. in real time. There, see the shadow? I look Neanderthal with that. I'm just kidding. So no, I don't know of any software. There should be, right? But in real time, I guess you have some flexibility just in any DAW these days, like Logic Pro. But in real time, no. Maybe there's some site that does it for you, but you can't just take any MP3 and expect good results if you modulate it. You're going to need very special software for that. Okay, so what's the one thing I could practice today that would make me a better guitarist tomorrow? Felt like clickbait, but I spent so much time on technique that I feel I've plateaued lately. Oh, interesting. So, first of all, the reason to plateau is usually when you get like tunnel seeing. You only see like a few things that are your goal and you only work towards that. And you're probably moving forward, but since it can take so much time, it can also exhaust you if you're, if you're expecting results sooner than they're going to come. So I think generally diversifying your practice session is a good idea. So maybe spend some time, towards that important technical goal, which it seems to be in your case. But also maybe just play some things for fun. Play something that's just rewarding in the short term. So you want to balance like long-term practicing with short-term practicing. And one of the primary reasons for that is because if you only focus on long-term, there's a big risk you're going to get discouraged along the way before you start reaching any of your goals, right? Now, I've found that for my practicing, what I've perceived as the most important goals and practice strategies were actually not the ones that mattered. So I'm very happy I had a broad spectrum of things to practice. Just like you, I was practicing hours of technique, or I don't know if you are, but I was practicing hours and hours every day. And then I would get so exhausted, I would end the session with like 1 hour of blues jamming. And guess what I'm most grateful nowadays? Yeah, it's that hour of blues jam, which I did on a daily basis for lots of years. I mean, that's really what got the musicality of my shows going. Otherwise, I would just have been this, technique thing. Maybe not even that, because I would have maybe gotten discouraged. I love System of a Down, but I can't play any of them. So I never used to play any down tune stuff. So, and I still don't do it a lot. Oh, Charlotte's Webbing, new subscriber. Thank you so much. Yeah, Mauricio. Yeah, when you play your instrument, it makes you feel good and forget your problems. So true, man. Sweet Salt, how do you make income? Well, I work as a guitar instructor. So I do this, I do that, and I do this. Sorry. No, but so I sell courses. I have the GMC website, which I have created a long time ago and still manage and still up and running with new lessons. And I sell my own courses, which seems to have gotten much more popular recently. And I do these live streams. I do lots of shorts that generate income here and on Facebook. So it's a bit of everything. But it's, of course, fantastic to be able to play guitar for a living. I hope I'll be able to keep on doing it for a long time. Fingers crossed. Do you play guitar, bro? No. Someone put this in my hands and I have no damn clue what to do with it. I think it goes something like that, but my pick got stuck on the string. So. Just kidding. Yeah, we should play a little bit. Of course, can't talk for too long. stuff. Oh, cool, Spinosaurus. So you found me through the shorts. That's pretty cool, yeah. That seems it's a good balance to produce these shorts, basically just to, put some curiosity in you guys, and then we can kind of meet up for the real thing, which is happening, of course, in these live streams and when we get to interact. So if I were to recommend one single exercise, Joha, I would probably, especially if you're new to playing lead guitar, it would be maybe a boring exercise, but something like this helped me a lot. So emphasizing hammer-ons and pull-offs. And you can do it the absolute most boring way would be chromatically. So just something like this. It doesn't look like much, but it basically gives each of your fingers a workout that is going to allow for the... So if you want to try that, it's just, it's super simple. Again, it's a little bit non-musical sounding, but it can be a great starting exercise. 15, pull off to 12, and you can repeat that a whole bunch of times. The most important part is to play it evenly, so you can add the pick every time or just once in a while, that's fine, but don't do this. I've seen that a million times. Don't do it. It's supposed to be even. If you can't play it evenly, it means you're playing it too fast. You gotta slow down. So this is how it's done, preferably with a metronome. So click, 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 click. Sorry, I'm really bad at doing a metronome, but. And then you're going to do that with every finger. So playing the 15, 14, 13, back to 14, and constantly pulling off to 12. Okay, that's super simple, kind of boring exercise, but that really got me started. And then when you have that, you can... you can start doing more interesting stuff, right? I wish I had a better backing track in store. Oh, hey, here's a good one. This is also a backing track of mine you can find on YouTube. That kind of thing, it's very useful when you start getting into it. A lot of that fast stuff is based around similar techniques. And many years ago, though, GMC Sunday streams, when I didn't even have my first guitar. Oh, when I did streams on Sundays? That's awesome, man. Must have been quite a while back. Are your backing tracks copyright protected? Well, anything is copyright protected, So you're wondering if I have them like in the open, what's it called? The open domain? I haven't put them there, but... if you want to play over it, you can use it here. It's a lot of fun. How are you so good? You're too kind, man. Who's paying you to say this stuff? Thank you. What is it? Okay, guys, I actually have a private lesson in 40 minutes, and I want to get prepared for it, so I'm gonna have to end the stream, but I can proudly say we've been going for 1 hour and 20 minutes. That's awesome. I want to thank you so much for that. So you have the backing track, you can jam over it. It's a really cool, I like it. It's one I wrote a couple of years ago, and it's in D minor. That's gonna be my outro for you guys. But thank you so much for tuning in. You're the best possible audience in the world, and I hope we're gonna meet many more times around this time every day, basically. So have a good one. You've been fantastic, and I've been Christopher Dahl. See ya. That's for you, Corker Killer.